Now I want to show you how to pass arguments to getters. We just implemented a getter for calculating the amount of taxes that should be applied to the total price. I just hardcoded that the tax should be 10%, but perhaps we should make that a little bit more dynamic. What I want is to be able to pass the percentage as an argument whenever we make use of the tax amount getter. We can do that by returning a function within the getter. ViewX will then pass any arguments to this function, so we can add a percentage parameter to it. Let's see what it looks like. So let's modify this getter right here. So instead of this line, I'll return a function with a parameter named percentage. And let's just take this part and move up here and replace 10 by the percentage parameter. To pass an argument to the getter, we just have to invoke it as a method whenever we use it. For that reason, it would probably be appropriate to rename it to getTaxAmount, but I won't do that for now. I'll just pass in the number 100 just so that it's easy for us to see that it works. So I'll go to the card components, and within this computer property, I'll just pass 100. Then I'll open up the browser and add a product to the card and display it. That's it. Now we can see that the taxes have been increased. Before ending this lecture, I just want to show you another syntax for what we just did when defining a getter. Instead of adding a return statement within a function, we can use some ES6 syntax sugar and use arrow functions. So I'll just make a copy of the getter and comment it out, just so that you can still see the original version. And I will implement a new version here. And instead of returning this function, I'll just get rid of this and keep the original return statement, because instead I'm going to add another arrow function here with the percentage argument, and then another arrow. So this syntax does exactly the same in that the first function returns a new function. It may be slightly more difficult to read if you're not used to the ES6 syntax, but it is shorter. Let's just verify that it works. So add some products to the cart again and display it. That's all it takes to pass arguments to getters, regardless of whether or not you use ES6 arrow functions. You can of course pass as many arguments as you'd like.